of discovery for them. How good are we? What is our current ceiling, and can we raise it? It starts with a giant test versus outsiders.
Yeah, I think they are pretty solid underdogs in this one, IHC, but they've got their comfort map of Inferno initially, and we'll see if they can find some success on that map that they were so good on over at Katowice. It's outsiders on that CT side, and they like to run a lot of these stacks on CT Inferno, and you can already see one in the pistol. They've got 4 players on A right now, and if IHC aren't careful, they could be about to fall into the trap.
Plenty of time for IHC. Now, if they clear the apps, what is the play? We can see Annihilation is lurking towards the B bomb site. So he'll take a risk with that P250, trying to identify where the stack might be. They've got the utility and they are sending it out of the balcony. There you go. Jame with the discipline, going to play off of his teammates. Allowed him to walk into a crossfire if he can, and the first one goes the way of fame. Jame holding angles now, finally drops us. We're looking for the impact frags here. I love the trigger discipline from Jame. Now the bomb is committed in that short position. And the first kill finally comes in for IHC, the only kill of the round as far as they are concerned. The trap was laid out and they were eaten by the bear.
Yeah, I said trap to set it up, and it's exactly how it ended up playing out, because Jame just sits there the whole time and says, okay, I'm going to wait for as many players as possible to pass by me, and then he can just drop down behind them. And IHC had no clue he was behind them the entire time, just waiting up on top of the balcony. Nice bit of parkour from Jame, dropping down on them. Unfortunately for IHC, not much doing in this follow-up round. Just a couple of digs at their disposal. Ooh. An attempt from Score on the edge of the smoke. This is his opportunity. These MP9s should get this banana control pretty comfortably now.
You can see Jame rotating back and forth, maybe dropping some nades for his teammates. Minute 12 on the clock as IHC will try to play the numbers game. Just going to try and absorb these rounds for the player behind you to try and take the opportunity. With 5 players, what chances do they have of a bomb plant? To be honest, I think if they were able to get a bomb plant from this, then they might have a chance to even win the round with only 2 players here. If both these players go down, easier said than done though. Great timing on the smoke grenade as well, and you can see Jame still rotating back and forth as necessary. Nothing doing towards the A bomb site. Meanwhile on B, that's a lovely flashbang from Qikert. He's got so much to do here. James on the way, you can see he has to stay alive. If he goes down as well, then they really do have some significant problems if those weapons are collected. Blitz has got the MP9 in his hand. Jame will be the high health player. Qikert's got the kit and 7 HP. Then that's going to be quite scary indeed. Chiron has dealt with the flanking position. Presence has been shown, and this gets more difficult now for IHC. But dangerous still for outsiders as these Glocks try to get more work done. There's an Eagle and the MP9. Annihilation with the Deagle. We've seen this before, I feel like. Qikert with 7 HP. Down he goes. Blitz now trying to hide. Chiron down to 19 HP. Got to get the kit and get on the bomb. Ooh. So much damage, though, taken by outsiders.
Yeah, look at the reaction from Chiron. Just, okay, boys, calm down. That got way too close there. And as you said, again, it's Annihilation who makes it so close. Sitting around the triple box. He's so good when he's got his back against the wall. That's what we've seen over at Katowice. And again, he almost makes it happen here. Not quite meant to be, but credit to Chiron for keeping his cool on the other side. The new addition to the roster coming through with some all-important impact early. And IHC are just so exciting to watch, James. We got the pleasure of seeing them a bit at Katowice, and man, they're just fun. They're just so fun.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's refreshing as well because they're a team we haven't seen so much. And again, that means they're exciting. We don't know what to expect. We saw amazing things in Kato, and that's just the beginning of the year for many of these squads. Opportunity knocks for IHC, but it's going to be a long best of 3, especially when Overpass comes around. You know, outsiders like to take their time. They like to be information sponges. Jame now will have the AWP despite those losses, as will Annihilation, looking towards Banana. Usual exchange of utility. Those grenades towards the CT position, though, they can really do some damage. You can see Jame is playing from further back for the time being. So there'll be a fight around the half wall as IHC will try to avoid their grenades. And again, even with the performance in Katowice, they're a team with there's limited data on them for outsiders versus what they have against their normal opponents. It might be harder to find the right timing for these grenades on Banana.
Yeah, B-site hold might be tested here for outsiders. They still have some counter utility available though. They didn't fight too hard for Banana. They let IHC use their nades. There's even another smoke at the ready, but look at IHC. The pace is so fast. Qikert not ready on the hold. And now this bomb site is wide open. Oh,
Retake territory.
CT, that was scary.
Yeah, it's been collected now though. Plenty of time. Jame looking for a boost on the barrels. No one there, however. And Fame is still on the A bomb site, so I don't know that they're committed to this. I think they're fishing for an opportunity for an opening. But they are moving further and further back. Again, it can be quite costly to secure a retake on the B bomb site. And the urgency at 2-0 isn't quite there. So again, outsiders like to hedge their bets and try to keep their equipment if they can. Flip may have to drop the smoke grenade to escape at some point. You can see Jame trying to make it expensive, and Flip will be there for support. Probably weren't expecting that, but soon he'll have to make his way out as well if he wants to survive. I think the money pressure is really on the CTs. Look at the confidence, though. Well,
wow.
He's managed to get 2 of the Ts to die, but at what cost?
Yeah, it's the CT economy that's way more sketchy off the back of that round loss with their low losing bonus. So I think IHC won't mind that too much. Only a couple of guns saved, including a couple of FAMASs in there. Outsiders will buy what they can. That's going to be a frustrating round for outsiders, though, because they had a lot of utility towards B. Jame even dropped another smoke for those players holding B, but the timing from IHC was just fantastic. They went just before the counter utility came. This time, outsiders want to contest for Banana more, but it's James AWP who could have had that early opportunity. IHC just making sure they don't give away anything too early, and Bartak heard that AWP drop back. He's just taken contact into top mid. No fear whatsoever.
Beautiful work. Can't be shy. If you're shy against outsiders, you die. Ooh, they've made a one-way, I think, on towards long, which Bartak is creeping around.
Jeez.
Oh, this is unbelievable. You can see it on the radar. It's a T smoke grenade, and surely he's got the sound cues for Jame. This is the power of IHC. Outsiders are not going to be ready for this. Is anybody going to be looking towards CT? Surely not, because they're suggesting a focus towards short. Have a look at the positions here for IHC. This is fantastic. 50 seconds on the clock. How much info does he get? Oh, the smoke obscures the vision. This is unbelievable. When do you see this kind of position versus outsiders? This is going to be a painful existence for them. Look at the money. They're not going to be saving this AWP this time. You could probably line up 2. There's the first one. Where is the second? Oh! There's one more. Got Flip to find on the bomb site as well. Down he goes. That's a wrap. Outsiders will be shocked about that one. Nothing is for free versus IHC.
Yeah, that round's a wrap thanks to the big wrap from Bartak, getting all the way in behind them. I was thinking in my head, James, just don't pull a Flames. Remember that round at Katowice where Flames got behind everyone at Banana and somehow didn't get the kills? But Bartak's good. Yeah, man. Listen, it wasn't clean from Bartak. It didn't look the most composed, but he got the kills. That's all that matters.
I don't know if outsiders are going to understand what just happened there. Of course, there was a flank and risks were taken, but I could see even from the radar that the smoke had a gap, which must be on purpose. Bartak went straight through that gap with the information that he gleaned earlier on, maybe expecting that rotation from Jame. Beautiful flank, destroys the money. They've hunted the other guns away as well. Really nice work. Jame must have jumped in his seat when that happened. Surely, there's no shot he's expecting someone to be standing immediately behind him, firing an AK in that scenario.
Yeah, and again, they coordinated that pretty well on the IHC side because the Banana players were just starting to throw utility. So Qikert was playing anti-flash. He was looking at the wall because he was scared of getting blinded. And instead, he just gets a shot in the back of the head. And now IHC, off the back of a couple of nice early round wins, a couple of risks taken, should have a very easy time for themselves here. See, not much resistance from outsiders. Ooh, careful, Qikert. It's got the info. Score won't get the chance for the frag yet. Still IHC just slowly getting map control. Now, James always got a little trick up his sleeve. Zeus close range. I don't think there's any reason for them to go around the corner. But he will pray. He'll try and reel them in with the bait. Oh. Oh, James still doesn't
being
swing.
patient. Yeah, his shadow is showing if he pushes forward. Great entry from Blitz. IHC are not sloppy at all, are they? Great detail, great map control, no assumptions made, and look how they deal with all of these positions. Sure, they've got pistols and so on, but again, as we take a journey to learn about IHC, I think anti-ecos, anti-force buy rounds are always important to see the measure of a team and find out how much detail they have in their game plan. So far, so good for IHC, who take the lead versus outsiders.
Yeah, and outsiders definitely should have been expecting this Inferno pick. As I was saying earlier, it's the map that IHC really relied on heavily at Katowice in a lot of their series. They won against Cloud9 on this map, for example, as their map pick, 16-14. So it's not like outsiders are going to have been caught off guard here. They should have had their prep work done. Techno on Banana taking early nade damage. They wanted that top banana control, but they've just been forced away from it by the presence of the CTs. It's a lot of utility used by outsiders, though. Only a couple of smokes remaining here early in the round. And now IHC slowly take that banana control back, just going for the boost. Realizing there's nothing here from the outsider's side.
1 minute on the clock. Keep an eye on the timing for IHC as they offer things. Have a look at Jame, looking for that short information with the AWP now. So not so much rotation to do. And maybe in this respect, he's being conditioned by IHC. We'll have to see how the half plays out. Force from his angle once again. Now the split could be on. Flit's going to look towards Banana as they've made a gap in their smoke as well. Oh, he's baited the shot beautifully.
Oh.
And look at the position from Techno. Wonderful stuff. Jame is being thwarted. Fame is dropped in the pit now as IHC threaten long. They threaten Banana. They threaten A. They avoid Jame, baiting him. Well, awkward timing for Score to pull the knife out. But either way, IHC have come to fight. I've seen the comments on Reddit, HLTV, etc. People thinking, oh, this is going to be a 2-0 overlooking IHC because they're unfamiliar. But are you learning? Because we certainly are. Do not take this team for granted.
I think a lot of people were scared that teams would just be researching IHC now and maybe would find them out. But outsiders are the ones that look lost right now. And that's a round where I just love that in Counter-Strike, you have the ability to make those little individual outplays. You're ready for the AWP to potentially be on short. You bait out that shot. And normally, Jame is so good at holding the angle like that with the AWP. That's normally his bread and butter. So if you can bait out a missed shot and then wrap him from long, you've played a great round. You've made Jame uncomfortable. And most people can't do that.
2 buy rounds in a row now. Jame has been thwarted. He's been neutralized with the AWP. What is next? We see the outsiders will have the rifles once again. Jame on the FAMAS, though. So this is going to be a difficult one. Outsiders have to have quite a specific plan for a scenario such as this. Good grenade damage on this occasion. IHC seem firmly in control now, keeping an eye on Bartak on the radar, who's in boiler at the moment. Just looking around. Great presence across the map from IHC. I don't give outsiders anything for free. Haven't seen too much risk-taking from them. We see a different variation to the smoke on long now versus the one they crept through earlier on. But Flit, importantly, wins his duel And that will certainly help. We can see the remainder of IHC focusing on A. Now, will they go fast, expecting an extra person to be on this B bomb site? It looks like that might be the case. They're in a 4v2 scenario on this bomb site. Fame in the pit's in trouble again, but they're winning their duels. Qikert trying to stay alive. Fame certainly will, and he needs to buy time for that rotation. Jame coming in with the FAMAS towards that long area as Annihilation goes for a safe bomb plant. Score on the site as well, so the tables turn as far as A is concerned. Now it's 4v2 in favor of Outsiders. Annihilation on the AWP, but importantly, Fame is still alive in the pit, and that's going to make it really hard to win this round for IHC.
They just can't get rid of him. They've mollied it 3 times now, and he's still alive in the pit. Just biding time, and Annihilation run down. Good coordination on the retake from Outsiders. They take all the time they need to get back into that A bomb site. And yeah, what a great example of the value of just having that smoke when you're in that pit position. If you can just survive there, it makes the post plant so difficult for the Ts. And if you go down, the retake becomes so much harder. We know how difficult those retakes on Inferno can be. So big credit to Fame for surviving so long. Made it so that there were too many angles for IHC to deal with. And that's a much more convincing round from Outsiders. Thanks to that opening pick, it really felt like they were much more in control of the overall flow of that round.
Important duels won by Outsiders, and now an important round lies ahead. Still being tested by IHC, and what is to come on this occasion. Jame changing his position up once again. Have a look at this from Fame though, in Boiler. Qikert good enough for 2. Bomb spotted as well. IHC with a completely different pace, but surely Fame, rather than being in the pit in Boiler, is going to change everything. Jame showing presence now with the AWP, and there's the free one that Fame was looking for. Bomb getting planted potentially, but Score finds himself alone. So they've really tried to change the pace at IHC, but it has not worked out for them. Outsiders with a wild change in setup. Jame in or above the pit. Fame and Boiler. IHC destroyed on that one. They've lost a lot of money in that round as Outsiders tie the score.
I mean, that still looked like it could have been uncomfortable for Jame, being in that sort of position without much rifle support as they wrapped towards that A bomb site. But he was able to do just enough to hold them off for long enough. And also Qikert, again, just overperforming, showing off his aim with that double kill on long. Jame going for that fight down mid, not able to find it this time. The banana control will be battled for once again. Oh, wow. Score down to 18 health before extinguishing the flames. It's time to get out of there, buddy.
Sometimes it feels like an eternity pulling the grenade out in a situation such as that. IHC have always had good presence in the apartments area, apart from that one round where Fame was in Boiler, taking down the AWP. Really making that A bomb site easier to defend. Again, we're at the 1 minute mark, and IHC have got all the info they want, all the position they want. Top mid, top banana. Another variation in their smokes, and we can see Qikert getting smoked out. Forced into library position, so denial of information towards A, as IHC head towards B. That could be a very nice grenade, indeed it will be. Bliss down to 42, score has been expired. Lovely timing, and look how deep these grenades are, really wanting to make it a suicide mission to push into this bomb site. IHC may be stuck now as Jame looks for something around the smoke. Qikert's here with the flank, they've solved the problem, but can they get the frags on the B bomb site? Qikert looking to nade default spot. Bomb needs to get planted fast. 12 HP, 12 seconds left now. Blitz dropped by Jame as he moves in to deny the bomb plant. A hero play from Jame, leaving Techno to maybe die after time. Qikert will put him out of his misery, and it seems that Outsiders will adjust, and they're here to fight as well.
Yeah, and now we're getting more into rounds that fit the tempo of Outsiders, and they know exactly how to play against those slow rounds. Just some information plays late in the round. They had a flank coming down mid from Qikert, and also they just had that utility held on to for so long. I think this is the perfect time for IHC to take a timeout here. They got off to a good start with some faster paced plays, with some good timings, a couple of cheeky flanks coming in through CT. But now Outsiders look much more comfortable at keeping their utility. I think IHC kind of have to find a way to make these rounds scrappier. That's the success they were having earlier. Just hit Outsiders with a weird timing window, with a funky round. That's where they're finding their success so far. In this one, though, not too many opportunities. Again, down on the Deegs. Give Annihilation the Deeg, man. I've seen him do some crazy things with it. Ooh, Jame. Normally so careful. They got caught there.
Painful. It's going to be busy in a second. Oh, that third one, though. That was quite a flick from him. 4 with the MP9 and 1 magazine is no easy task. See Bartek trying to find something, but he will be denied. So yeah, we did see that that faster play from IHC, but there was such a change in formation from Outsiders, putting the AWP in a safer position, at least at the beginning. But now IHC, they'll be drawn into the deep waters as they force Outsiders to adjust. And they've been able to do that. Now maybe IHC need to do the same and pull something off on the fly. The AK-47s will be out as the fight for Banana starts again. Smoke to the half wall from the T side is always useful to limit what Outsiders can do. We can see a molly behind it as well. Flit lurking around. Not an easy man to frag. Seen some important duels as well. Oh, Jame. That was the presence in the apartments that I was looking for. And again, the adjustments continue. That's how your habits get punished in this game. Bartek's been very present in the apartments from round to round. On this occasion, he'll be punished for it.
Oh, Flit should hear these steps. They've gone through the molly. The timing allows the entry onto the site. Qikert able to get one in reply, but with that smoke down, he's going to take the man advantage and play for the retake.
I love the urgency from IHC. They understand they have to strike now. Risks have to be taken. And that 4v5 things will only get worse without that apartment presence from Bartek. Nice angle on Jame. Very scary life he's living, though. 2 HGs and a flashbang are what remains for IHC. Look at that nade, though. That's half of Qikert gone. And Score's got a great angle. Down goes Chiron. Qikert soon after as well. Beautiful from IHC. Fantastic response on the B-bomb site after losing Bartek. And Jame is forced to save. See if he's able to do that as the flying around comes, but this time he won't get baited. He's learned from earlier on. That's really not easy to do, to just refuse to shoot like that. Like, this is so back and forth. Both teams trying to outdo each other from round to round, and it's very interesting to watch.
It's all about these timing windows for IHC. There's just a few split seconds where you might be able to catch a player, and I love that Techno just runs in. He basically ran through the fading molly and said, you know what? I'm not even going to stop. I'm just going to be the first man in. If I get the entry, that's good. If I don't, I'm sure I'll get traded. And this time round, it worked out. The Outsiders weren't expecting the push. They get caught with nades in their hands. And those are frustrating rounds to lose. You can see Outsiders taking another timeout, because when you get caught with a nade out like that, you're sitting there thinking, damn, man, if I just had a fair fight, I'd have got him.
Yeah, there's only a few rounds left in this half, but it was super interesting just in terms of how Outsiders respond to that. If they get an early pick on one side of the map, do they then have to dump utility on the other side earlier than they would like to stop that instant response from IHC? Do IHC now try and change the pace in that regard? We have 4 players, not 3, but 4 players sending it on Banana. Very interesting read from Outsiders. They leave Fame holding shorts alone. That is quite a utility dump. I'm sure they'll leave some behind for their team as well. They scramble back into position. But we might see a horse pop here. Blitz is in position. He's got a flashbang. Very timely Molotov, but they're going to force their way through it, as they seem to like to do. Jame putting the smoke up again. Waiting for that smoke on long, though. And then they disengage. This is a fascinating game of CS so far. I'm very intrigued by what I'm seeing.
Yeah, outsiders do like running that 4B setup early in rounds on occasion and just heavily hammer banana and then come back to A like this. I think IHC were trying to counter it by going quick, but the timing wasn't quite right. Now they go back to B and Flit is here alone.
What are these reads from IHC? Dry swinging, but where's the trade frag? A blitz is delayed. They might realize that there's just one player here. Flit dancing behind the smoke, but down he goes. We got a three-man procession heading towards banana. Blitz is going to have a lot of work to do here. There's a second one in Fame. Doesn't spot there's two, though. Chiron was hidden the entire time. But it seems they may be disengaging once again, outsiders. Again, the B-bomb site, very expensive to try and head back into that. So many reads from both squads. This is so great to see. IHC is just showing their tactical depth and spatial awareness on this T side. These are not easy reads and decisions to make so fast.
That's beautiful from IHC. Firstly, the initial call was clearly that they wanted to quickly capitalize on A, but they realized it wasn't the right timing for it. They realized they were slightly too late. Chiron is going to get one exit kill. Might go for more. Ooh, another headshot. Again, showcasing that aim. But that's not the most important aspect in the round. It's IHC, firstly, calling to cancel that fast A play. That's already so hard to do. But then they have barely any nades left. They have like one smoke and two HE grenades. So they realize we've just got to go with our read here. Whatever our read is, we've just got to commit to it because we don't have the nades for a full execute. They had to rely on pace. That's exactly what works for them on the B site. It's a beautifully played round from IHC to try and get them back on track.
Got a sound cue score. Almost flanking too, but Qikert's got there just in time. The margins. Oh boy. This is just the first half of the first map of this best-of-3 series, and I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. Score lost on banana. Oh, that variance was terrifying from an outsider's point of view. But they're still alive. Jame over towards B once again, posting up. Not sure if he's been heard there. Even if they go for a double peek, someone's going to die. And that doesn't favor IHC in this current scenario. Qikert making his way towards B. Top mid has been given up. But what is the play from IHC? They've got 2 smokes only now.
Oh, they try to go dry, but now they've been spotted. Chiron can't get the initial kill, but Qikert has rotated into CT. He'll try and get away. Blitz can't hunt him down in time. Qikert going back for more, forced to go aggro, but it's the bomb on the back of Blitz here. Trapped in CT and dropped in a terrible position. Nothing for Techno to do unless he frags out here. Flit will hold it down from the A bomb site. Outsiders get themselves back into the lead.
Qikert made that extremely awkward indeed. Like being in a lift with Hawker, that was very uneasy for IHC. Quite the fight on our hands. And outsiders are able, again, just dodging that variance on banana at the beginning of the round. Certainly helped, and we can see the shortcomings now as we head towards the end of the first half. IHC with 3 pistols out, the 2 Galils as well. They've got the armor penetration, not that one-shot ability of the AKs though. So they're gonna have to graft for this round. Techno is always a fun player to watch as well. So many rounds to dodge at this juncture. If he tries to swing on Flit here, he's gonna be in so much trouble. Jame with a great one through the smoke. Punishing those Tech 9s, so much pre-fire, every 3rd shot with a tracer, of course. And when you're so close to a smoke, that can be enough to land the shot. Re-aggression as well from Flit, looking for the transfer. Well then, Blitz and Annihilation remain. Now it's just Blitz, and now it's none of them. Very well dealt with by outsiders, falling back, allowing them to go to the point of no return, then resurging with the pop flash. Beautiful work.
Outsiders again, back to another comfortable round win. And it is worth mentioning that over at Katowice, Inferno was actually slightly T-sided for the overall stats. But IHC have also proven they can come back from a deficit on their T side. Against Cloud9, for example, they only got 6 T rounds, and they came back to win 16-14. So definitely a team capable of putting a shift in on the CT side of this map. Unfortunately, just the pistols here for the last round of the half. Like trying to pop the away onto Banana. Bit of damage done onto Flip there. IHC just chilling for now. Artak's taking that apartment's control. The rest of the team seem happy to join him. Fortunately for IHC, though, outsiders have some pretty quick responders into this A site. It might even be 4 players on A by the time this push is prepared.
That is that lurk smoke again, I do believe. James posted up in the library. No one heading towards it just yet. Flair's got some good angles, but there is an important trade from Score. Now Fame has that top jump to do. Look how they're just airstriking his position, but he's dodged so much of it, but there's still more coming through, and he's still standing. I've run out of, I don't even have numbers for how many grenades just went in that position, but the Deagle will do the job finally. But now everybody is here, and the threat has been dealt with. 9 rounds at halftime for outsiders, an explosive half. We'll find out if IHC can tie the score again after this break.
Look, tell a man no trouble, I don't want beef, man, I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then dead I'm on site. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, nah. No need for the snoozing. Big whip outside, I'm cruising. Big stick inside, no losing. Better watch out for the snake and Judas. Don't ask them who this is. I bet they know what I'm moving in. I bet I show it into a dim. How you hate and then lose again? How you hating my vibes? Why you wasting my time? Getting hype on my line. Tell a man I don't want feedback, I just want relax. Brand new whip, 2-tone, I need that brand new hit. You know, like lean back, brand new bits I live in. We pack, man, you never gonna like us. Get them on sight now, let them on like that way. They know I'm more righteous. Look at my life, I'm living alright. I'm nice, you know I'm alright. Cause looking like Christ, no need for the hype or fight or telephone vipers. No need for the telephone vipers. No need for the liars. I don't watch your moves or priors. I got much to do, I'm biased. Big bosses move in silence, watch it. No need for the liars. I don't watch your moves or priors. I got much to do, I'm biased. Big bosses move in silence. Yeah, me, I'm moving quiet. Ask me, I need an island. New watch is perfect timing. No need for the surface shining. Ask me, I need me a few. I need me an island. I'm keeping it true. The man, I'm a wild, I'm keeping it cool. No need for the telephone hype from you. Yeah, tell a man no trouble. I don't want beef, man. I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then dead I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, yeah. Tell a man no trouble. I don't want beef, man. I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then dead I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, yeah. Yeah, tell a man no trouble, I don't want beef, man, I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone hype. I got too much getting online. One rule, then dead I'm on side. Wrong move, I bet they gon' ride. No need for the telephone hype, nah.
Outsiders take the lead at the half. However, I ate up this one, James. I enjoyed the rounds that IHC won, but they're still down right now.
Yeah, I'm super excited because they brought some fire to Outsiders, but Outsiders were able to adjust. They were realizing what the kind of problems that IHC were causing for them, changing their formation accordingly, like having Jame playing balcony / pit with the AWP in that round, and Flit found his way. Was it Flit? I think it was Flit, or was it Fame? Probably Fame. They found his way into Boiler. That kind of stuff was cool. So the back and forth, but again, Outsiders are also showing why they are one of the best teams in the world with some very nice titles to their name, no less. So that's the response that you want to see in a scenario such as this. So I think everything is in its right place for our first half of this series.
Well, unfortunately for Blitz, that is not the start he needed. Although Outsiders have just got that one kill at A, and maybe Blitz was just so bold in the apartments that they're assuming he had some backup, because they're starting to come back to B. And how ballsy is this from IHC, sticking with the 4-man B stack? I love it. They stick to their calls, man. They're confident in their calls.
How far does Fame go, though, on the A bomb site? You can see they're taking nothing for granted. And I think Jame is instructing Fame to find out what's happening. They've got the expendable man. They can send him to find out where the trap is, especially on a pistol round. And it seems that Flit will be doing the same towards B bomb site, just poking and prodding. Does he go for a wrap, I wonder? Fame. The smoke comes up, the flashes are here as well, and they start to commit to this, but oh, they have shown the bomb with Qikert, and here come those frags on the CT side. Now, Fame has the position to cut off this rotation, and Jame can do the same, but this does leave them low on personnel now, as it's a 4 versus 2, with the bomb rotating, yes, to an A bomb site, but they'll have to land these headshots as well.
Look at the pack mentality from IHC running in together. Fame only has the Glock. He gets one. Qikert comes in from the other side. Oh, it's an absolute annihilation. A crossfire into top mid. It looked like IHC had everything going their way, but Outsiders find a way to combine on all those kills at the end. What a recovery from Outsiders.
Wonderful sandwich towards the end. Qikert coming through to help his teammate. Annihilation in no man's land towards the end there. And again, Outsiders just have a great way of adjusting. So fascinating to see how they turn things back into their favor. That's a huge pistol win for them. Double figures now then for Outsiders. 10-6 for IHC, who go in for a force fight. They'll have 2 players towards this B bomb site. And again, Jame is basically, he's taken like Sanji's roles to some degree. Sometimes at the back, sometimes at the front with the MAC-10. I'll never stop talking about Sanji, honestly. But the Outsider squad has evolved a lot since then.
I know Sanji announced recently he's ready to come back to pro play. So I'd love to see him on a team. I think he's got a spot in the scene somewhere. There's some good CIS teams out there nowadays.
We need to get Maui Snake to interview Sanji so we can find out about the regional scene, because I feel like there's a lot in the region that we aren't aware of as far as Counter-Strike is concerned, and I want to know about it.
Ooh. All right, Techno. On the board early with the Deke. Don't count IHC out of these sorts of rounds. They've got a lot of skill on this roster, players capable of making it happen. Annihilation on the scout. Turns away, turns back, but can't hit the shot. Oh, his second opportunity goes away from him, and they're just trapped at the back of the bomb site. Getting run down here. Bartak's gonna just try and get away at this point. Take too strong from Outsiders.
Do they feel they have anything to lose here? That HE is going to be chunky. And that really changes the game for Bartak. Hold on to his Kevlar and his MP9. There can be more action in the next round. If he's got a pistol to drop to a teammate, then that will allow him to spread the wealth. Outsiders move to 11 then. So we've seen great tests, but again, I don't know that there's really counter picks in terms of the veto that IHC can have. But they have offered a great test to Outsiders so far, at least in the first half. Now with Outsiders on the T side, there may be an even taller order. But once their buy round comes in, we'll find out about that. Let's see what IHC will do with the tools they have afforded to them. With Kevlar, Bartak may want to keep this MP9 and drop a pistol if he has one to a teammate. So not much to be had necessarily in this round for IHC, but they will want to stop outsiders getting to 12 if they can help it. We can see Overpass and Ancient are the maps to come in this series as well.
And Overpass tends to be a very comfortable map for outsiders. Okay. Flit has somehow managed to bounce that molly back. Learn your angles, man. Good, though. Not much from IHC in this round, so not much to be concerned about. Getting into the smoke. Oh, and, they're clearly aware of that as they pop a nade on his face.
Bartek and the MP9. How many pages does this story have? Probably not many, but you never know. Try and use those.
MP9.
Yeah, I mean, you could have the unicorn one. I feel like, you know, unless your name is a liege, you should at a minimum have the unicorn skin. So I don't know if there's an excuse for that, really.
Yeah, because he's got a knife skin, he's got gloves. If you go no skin with all your weapons, I can understand it. If not, you've got to have an MP9 skin.
Got to come correct. Rank 7 outsiders versus 18 for IHC. I do wonder what their ranking will look like afterwards. Surely the only way is up for IHC, especially the way they're playing win or lose versus outsiders. Problems then on the B-bomb site as outsiders continue to poke and prod. And again, almost a mirror of the previous scenario, but they've got more plays up, of course. 4 riflers heading towards an empty A-bomb site. Now, IHC with an AK-47, they could save some money on scores Kevlar as well, so we'll see what they choose to do here. Would certainly be helpful with the buy round to come. So maybe they can go for some exits and try and take some more weapons away, but outsiders will comfortably be moving to double the score of their opponent. So they've got plenty of room to work with on their T side of Inferno.
And it kind of is playing out as we anticipated right now. IHC have been putting up a decent fight, but they haven't really been able to do enough to make it a truly competitive series so far. See, that bomb was actually planted a little close to Pit, so I think outsiders have just decided to get out of there, and Techno was hoping that he could catch some players crossing into Pit for saving. That's not the case, and now Techno will die with the bomb. Didn't have much to lose anyway.
No.
Whatever. Go next. This is a big round.
Yeah,
I actually need this.
Can see some very comfortable shoes on some of these players, especially those bright ones there. Which might be underrated.
James doing it again. James,
what is he doing? What is he doing?
He's just buying a Tech 9 when he's got 3 grand in the bank. He's doing it again. This man does not give a damn.
I love it. He's going to be in the back throwing grenades. One of his teammates falls. He can collect a rifle later. I love a CZ on the T side. But the Tech 9 is very powerful indeed. Well, Flit's going to try and make his way. Ran into a brick wall though, figuratively and literally.
Oh.
Qikert's in trouble as well. Start as you mean to proceed, say IHC on their first buy round. A solid 5 versus 3, barely taking any damage. It's Chiron's turn to raise the urgency, but he'll lose his duel to Techno as well. So we have a Galil and a Tech 9 remaining. There are some flashes. Techno's here by double stack, and he knows there are players around the corner, but they are being melted, dropping one by one. Skewered marshmallows in this first buy round for IHC.
Honestly, I was just watching Jame on the minimap throughout that round because I figured he was just desperately looking for rifles. But he looked at Banana and was like, no, don't think I can get a gun there. Oh, my teammates died on A long. Oh, no, no gun for Jame in that round. But this is the reason he does it, because now he can get an AWP in this one instead. And poor Qikert is taking the Sanji role. Sanji lives on in some ways.
He will always. He will always. I have a glowed up Mac 10 with Sanji stickers on. You got to show your respects. The way he used to pop out of Boiler with a Mac 10 was beautiful. Pop flashes from his team. Great times.
P250 has got to be the best value gun in the game, right?
You know it is.
$100?
Pays for itself once you get a frag. raise armor penetration on a T side, on a pistol round, almost doubles your one-shot range, which is great for like a Mirage, an overpass. And Inferno, not necessarily so much, but we did see one in the first pistol round, I do believe. Anyway, Annihilation sees the barrel of the gun. Blew his load a bit early there. That'll leave people disappointed. Sub 1 minute mark now. And it seems Outsiders will head towards the B bomb site where 2 players reside.
And Blitz still has a full set of utility here. 40 seconds remaining. That smoke will be deployed. Outsiders could wait this out. Ooh, they just dropped the bomb, and there's a gap for Blitz to play with. He set that up himself, but he started spamming. Low on ammo now, so Outsiders will decide this could be their opportunity. Maybe not, though, because Blitz has got one from CT, and now there's a boost at the ready. Techno lying in wait, hoping someone appears in his crosshair, and 2 players go down at the hands of Techno. That bomb firmly dropped on the bomb site, finally recovered, but Qikert needs to get it planted. 4 seconds, he finally punches in the digits, but there's simply not enough time. Jame has to get out of there, and IHC do enough on that B site hold.
They've got so many one-way smokes as well, which even if you don't get the kill, gives you the information, gives you the warning, pulls out the grenade, throws some damage in there as well. But again, that clock running down, IHC boosting up after having to drop off one way or another earlier on. The urgency from them is great. The rotation was here, and they're clawing some rounds back. Outsiders will have to take things a little more seriously now. I'm not sure how many more Tech 9s we're going to see, because IHC, you know, every other round, if Outsiders don't plant the bomb, they're going to be in eco territory. Jame will have the AWP. Money's been ruined for him, which essentially means it's been ruined for somebody else once the buy round comes through, I am sure. And again, he's going to be so much more effective with the AWP once the bomb has been planted and the CTs have to come to him. That didn't quite happen, though. Qikert had no choice but to try and plant the bomb with little to no cover. We see the Techno reaping the rewards of that boost up, that second player elevated, as we saw one earlier on. 8 rounds then to the 12 of Outsiders. You have the AWP on Jame, which is an interesting scenario in this respect. How are they going to use it on Inferno as well? When you want to hold on to it if you can for the next round, but you also want to try and win this one.
Oh, God. That is not the start Jame wanted. And I feel like now that you're that low on health, maybe Jame does consider it is better to set up a really slow round. I'm sure it's always in the back of James' mind. Well, hey, saving wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Nana has not been taken by IHC. They used a good amount of utility there to force Outsiders away. And Techno just admiring the flowers, admiring the plant pots. It does look like a slower start to the round for Outsiders, staying spread across the map.
I would love to watch this from James' POV if we can. I just want to see how he, because the thing is, like, this is like risk management. He has to get the AWP involved, but without the risk of losing it. So really, the entire round for Outsiders is about how Jame uses this AWP. So he's got a Deagle going up ahead. And I always think about Outsiders like the Protoss. He's sending a probe out for the information, and then he's gonna like send in the army afterwards. There's a quick boost on Annihilation, but misses the shot though. 20 seconds remain now. We can see that some of the team are on short as well, trying to put these numbers into the site now. There's the bomb dropped. Can they do any damage though? Annihilation's being saved by his teammates. And now Jame is the last man. He's gonna have to get into a save scenario, but he's so desperate to take these quick shots. Another whiff. He should be able to save the AWP. So
I mean,
rounds like that, they're super fascinating.
Yeah.
Like from the POV, especially with a team like Jame as well, where you want to like have a certain level of risk. It's really interesting to watch them from his POV.
Yeah, I love that he tries those little boosts, just tries to get off on a different angle, an unexpected angle. You could see that Annihilation on the other side missed his shot with the AWP, probably because he had to adjust slightly. So Jame gave himself a couple of opportunities, but still gave himself the best chance to keep his AWP for this round. Annihilation. The balls on this man to take that peek. Almost got rewarded for it. Elsewhere, banana control also being established by the CTs. They're pushing fully into banana. Look at the response from outsiders. They're going to lean over towards A themselves. I don't think they want to take that side of the map yet. Going to keep their cool. Maybe wait out this utility and try and take back banana. They know these players are trapped on that left side, and nade goes in. Oh, it's uncomfortable now for IHC.
Blitz has an incendiary. Maybe that helps the squad. This is wasting time for outsiders as well. I say wasting time, there's a minute on the clock, so that's plenty of time as far as outsiders are concerned. They have been able to rescue some of their players, but Techno may fall to the barbecue, forced into the open. And there is the entry frag they were looking for. Bartak's the only man with a smoke grenade at this point, and he's over towards the A bomb site, so things become difficult now for IHC, as outsiders will be just processing this information as they decide where they want to go. An exchange of utility, 30 seconds on the clock. Bomb heading back toward mid. Annihilation on short with the AWP. Trying to dodge this utility. Wants to be able to fall back into the site now as we're going to see a number of players swinging on shot. That's a big info. Molly dropped as well. HG behind it. Bartak going under the balcony as they try to make their way through. Great crossfire now. We've got swings from long as well, but this is falling to pieces for outsiders. And Jame remains. This team only have 1 kill in this round as IHC will move to 10.
Really good timing on that incendiary, and that's not even a round where IHC kept that much utility behind. They just had basically that one incendiary, but it's placed perfectly. And you saw the disruption it caused. I mean, just look at how outsiders were trying to enter this site. They lose the first player, Fame's dropping down, Qikert ran in way ahead of everyone else because the rest of the team didn't feel comfortable following up. Now we get another one of these rounds where Jame has the AWP. The rest of the players have some investment. But the only premium rifle is that AWP, and he's taken damage early.
Outsiders will have to get something from this, trying to abuse the numbers, but we can see the smoke on the half wall, swinging ahead of the... Oh, man, there's headshots from Score. Beautiful. So awkward to do those after throwing the grenade, but the timing is great for IHC. If you saw the score at halftime, you might have thought IHC were done for. Doesn't look like it now, though, does it? Jame has 7 HP, trying to hold on to the AWP. Score's got a pretty good angle as well. That scope will be heard. Outsiders are going to have to dig deep to figure this one out. It's quite a cat and mouse cerebral game in the first half, and it continues in the second.
That CT smoke on banana almost smokes off Score at logs. I feel like they might not expect him to be there. Oh, Jame doesn't get onto the right sort of angle. That AWP finally dropped. It survived for so long, but I don't think it makes it out of this round. Fame will fall at the hands of Bartak. 12-11. IHC stepping up on that CT side. Look at how much money they have right now. They're balling.
We also have to note, they've lost both pistol rounds in this half, and they are still on the cusp of tying the score in the late game versus outsiders. Fantastic work from IHC so far, but there's more work to be done. Selecting 2 there was super important. I think that was a situation where the round goes one way or another, but indeed it did go the way of IHC. Now, how do outsiders adjust? How do they process the information they've taken? Have a look at the apartments. We've got a 2-man push from Bartak and Annihilation. Vibes of vintage Fnatic in the apps. They can change their formation as well. Outsiders were forced to do it a number of times in the first half. IHC doing it by choice.
Nice retake. Utility onto banana. Very common at the pro level. And it is also fairly common to have this AWP. You've got to be ready to deal with it. And wow, Bartak was waiting in the wings, but Fame deals with the 2-man setup perfectly. And now with this pressure he's put towards A, the rest of outsiders will try and come back to B. But IHC haven't budged here. And again, they also have some counter utility as smoke will go down at just the right time.
Score, does he drop off? Is he good for a second? He's got a smoke, but he hasn't got time to pull it out though. Blitz and score are dropped. Now, we saw outsiders would just disengage on their CT side in a situation such as this, and you would imagine that IHC will have to as well. Annihilation fishing for a free frag. I don't know how he'll find it though. And despite all the money they've got in the bank, you don't want to be throwing the good money after the bad. This round, in most cases, is lost. Although, it's almost like they're trying to catch somebody off guard because they should be saving here. But maybe they're thinking twice about their money. Now, surely with that smoke up, they should start heading out.
Oh, I love this.
Oh my God, you can't be serious. He's got a kill as well. They're going to post up for him. The body block. I can't believe it. Oh, he came off the bomb. I think he came off the bomb. Oh, he came off the bomb. He might have done it. He looked down too far. He was trying to hide his head, and he came off the bomb and had to start defusing again. I don't know if there was time, but the hubris to try is outrageous.
I mean, it would have been close either way, but damn. The fact that IHC just have so much money means it's like, why not? Why not go for it? See if you can at least take guns away. I didn't think the round win was even in the cards whatsoever. The outsiders ran so far away that they actually get on the bomb. It looked like it could have been scary. I actually don't even know if they have time. I don't even want to like guess either way if they had time or not, because it was pretty bloody close. But man, I mean, outsiders now, they're not going to have much money in the bank.
Wow.
Oh.
IHC, a.k.a.
Look at this buy from outsiders now.
Yeah, they are lacking.
Damn.
If IHC had a nickname, you could call him Nah Bruv, because they just want to send it. They will give you nothing for free. They can't drop too many more rounds, though, with outsiders at 13-11. Opening map of ESL Pro League is a banger on the B stream. Fantastic action so far. Styles make fights, and IHC are bringing a lot to the table here. This is just the first map of the series.
Plenty more Counter-Strike coming up today. What do outsiders do now with this weakened buy? IHC currently leaning towards the A side of the map. He is very vulnerable right now, even though Blitz has this utility he can put down. Hopefully, now that he's put that smoke down, IHC, I think, have to consider giving him some assistance. Oh, they're actually peeking into top mid on the CT side. They're getting the info, and they're looking for this fast rotate to help Blitz out. And he's got another smoke. Now they can get established onto this B site in plenty of time with more utility arriving.
Oh, Qikert through the smoke.
Oh.
L is collapsing. He's done so much Blitz as well, and that is a dramatic change of events. A beautiful spray through the smoke from Qikert. And now Chiron comes back, and Techno's here on the flank trying to transfer. Is this Rio going to get punished by Jame? Indeed it is. Back and forth we go. Bomb planted. Bartak can score. Remain. Qikert's been dropped. They know where Jame is roughly, but where is Fame? That is the question. Holding an angle from Dark. There's no utility in the hands of IHC. They're going to have to do this the hard way, creeping forward. Now the information is known. Bartak knows that Jame is to his left and Fame is to his right. Edging forward, he's found himself a Molotov. He can try and take this fight with the cover if he can. Win the duel, indeed he can. Jame around the corner now. Bartak's got a defuse kit, but not enough time to solve both problems.
Man, IHC did everything right in that round up until the point the push actually came in against them. Annihilation commits into the open. The second player falls shortly thereafter. Blitz just not ready for that push to come in so quick. And they had a bunch of smokes. They had an incendiary that was about to be deployed with low time left. But instead, it ends up being an explosive push from outsiders, thanks to those initial entries. And it still came a close round, even with those early mistakes. Bartak nearly had an opportunity. I think he just ran out of time and didn't have the ability to flush Jame out at the end there. Timeout has to be taken. Understandably so, because that's one of the first moments where IHC looked a little flustered.
The entry through the smoke from a Qikert was so genius because a lot of people are gonna spray an angle for the corner of CT, if you will, or maybe towards Coffin or something like that. But it's very common that there's going to be a CT trying to dodge all of those sprays, all of those pre-fires by standing in the middle of that pool position, ready to deploy a grenade just before that smoke goes. So he just lands a massive headshot straight through the middle of that smoke, and that changes everything. That's the green light. They know he's likely to be the grenade man, or at least half of the puzzle. Send it in, play the numbers game, take down a second player as well, and they're off to the races. Now IHC are up against it. Ooh. They still have some money here and there. Flit took one to the face. Luckily, he's got armor, though.
I think Faye might get that AK now. Because Outsiders again have decided... Oh, Jame gets it, of course. Sorry. Has to be Jame. Yeah, they've gone with the 2 Tech-9s in this round. So even though Jame has been saving a lot, he hasn't even decided to drop his teammate in this one. So interesting to see how Outsiders approach the economy game, wanting to give themselves the maximum number of chances to close this one out. Flit entering up Banana with that Tech-9 would be a bad weapon for the job if there were to be fights here. Slowly but surely, Outsiders finally using some of their utility. IHC, again, are holding on to a lot of nades, though. If they can coordinate this right in the late round, they could be in good shape. Again, Blitz trying to use that one way, but he's still got another full set of nades to work with. And the bomb is still undecided here with 25 seconds.
Blit going fishing, indiscriminate spray through the smoke. But here's the push scene from Bartak now. He's got a one-way himself, trying to hop up over the bike. The Molotov will land and force him away from his position. 10 seconds as they try to make their way from short. The bomb top mid now has got nowhere else to go, and they're going to have to fall back and save in this scenario. 2 rifles in the Tech-9, just couldn't find a way in, couldn't pull the rotation, couldn't find an entry in this round, and IHC will be back on the scoreboard now. 12 to the 14 of Outsiders.
Is it even good for Flit to save the armor and the Tech-9? I'm pretty sure he gets more money if he just dies there, but that's what he gets left with. And this starts to get a little awkward for Outsiders. Yeah, that's a round where, for once, a rare round where it actually looked like the time pressure got to Outsiders. If they have 5 more seconds, maybe that A play with the bomb could have been more viable, but they hadn't gained any ground. They hadn't got any control towards the site. Again, credit to IHC, they're playing this slow style well. Let's see if they're ready for Flit, though, between the flames. They have to be ready, but they didn't expect him because of those mollies they put onto Banana. Overlooking that prospect, and Flit makes them pay early.
Could see a second smoke grenade on the floor for Blitz. I do wonder, though, if a HE was to come to that direction, that smoke would disappear. It would be miles away. But with the minutes on the clock, he's got 2 smokes to deploy. Need to ensure they don't get left in an awkward position with them, though. Annihilation lurking on short with the AWP. There's the first smoke. Second one has been collected by Blitz. Won't be disappearing. Again with the one-way. Oh, Flit's got to be careful here. Oh, he's heard the tagging. Still alive, though. Down goes Flit, and surely it's the go. Come on, they have to be fast on A, but Annihilation catches 2 of them, and that's plenty of information. 30 seconds on the clock. 2 Outsiders players remain. There's Jame jumping to his doom. Techno can buy time now as Fame tries to find an angle, but the rotation's coming in from long. The flashes as well. He is blind, and he is gone. IHC 1 round behind Outsiders now as they continue to climb on their CT side.
Yeah, it's so methodical from IHC there. You have the smoke with the little gap in it initially so that you know that no one is in that position. Then you molly that right side, and he just starts to spray to the left just in case someone is trying to catch him lurking in that smoke. He knows that Outsiders have seen that smoke before, so figures maybe they'll try and catch me out. And once he lands the 1 tag, it's easy pickings for Bartak, who gets the information. That player is out in the open, completely trapped in by the flames. and the overperformance from Annihilation, getting a double kill from short, sets his team up for success.
That second puncture, oh so important. And again, Outsiders don't have the info, they don't have the positions of the other players. It is free for IHC. And now we've got a jumble sail by from Outsiders here. But hey, this could be the one that works. This is the unpredictable one. Almost all of their round wins have been by detonating the bomb here, Outsiders. Not many diffuses otherwise. We've seen 4 timeout rounds won by IHC. So if they plant the bomb, they win. If they don't plant the bomb, they lose. That is the small sample size we have thus far. But again, this could be an anomalous round. Every smoke has just enough of a gap here for IHC. Giving themselves, but that's great to see. They give themselves as much edge as they can in that respect.
Ooh, Annihilation blinded, needs help from Bartak, who's only able to get one. The nades do what they needed to, get that player out of the pit, and now they can focus towards the site itself. Fame has just run them over. They didn't spot Fame crossing, and that is all that's needed in this round. IHC down in a 2v4. Do they even go for this?
The rounds you can't make sense of, that are the ones that'll catch you. They've got some money, IHC. They don't want Outsiders on match point, but what can they really do about it? Score versus 4. 3 of them are very heavily tagged. He doesn't have a kit. Surely he doesn't go for this.
I mean, I guess you got the money, but like you can't win the round. Let's be real. Oh, Fame. What a round from him. Just runs past that AWP. They just don't see him cross to the side. Dasdown wants a timeout.
It's like the deconstructed rounds. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the round of the mayhem, the round where things are unpredictable, where you can take more risks, where you've got those pistols and you have to just do things, are the ones which will catch you off guard. The ones you've prepared for, the ones that IHC have been winning, when everybody's got buy rounds and strategies and so on. The ones where you've got leeway to take a risk, to try and change the odds for your squad, are the ones that can break you in the late game, and they may have done so here as Outsiders make it to 15 to the 13 of IHC, who still have a bye. And they'll be up against a more conventional round, most likely, now that Outsiders have got a full bye as well.
I feel like only Jame could have less kills and deaths combined than how many rounds have been played. We've had 28 rounds, and he's not even averaging a kill or a death in all those rounds put together, which is mental. It is Outsiders looking good now, looking to try and take this first map over the line. It's been a hell of a fight between these two on this first map. IHC need to bounce back, and the flash is fantastic. Fame stepping up in these crucial moments.
Beautiful flash, picture perfect, inch perfect, if you will. Exactly what they kind of advantage they needed. Putting IHC on the back foot. Now looking to break their back. 4 players remain for IHC, still trying to be proactive. But even rotating is such a gamble now. Leaving 1 player on a bomb site. Risks must be taken, and Outsiders have got the time to allow IHC to take those risks and try and punish them for it. Still with 2 players on long, 2 players on B. That rotation surely doesn't come fast enough. And they're going in for the dry entries as well, catching him with the grenades in their hand. Techno is blind, and he's blind again. The chain flashes. It might have been a team flash even. Down goes score as well. This could be the end of the line now. Indeed it will be. The urgency will be punishing, leaving Blitz in a 1 versus 5. Outsiders just around the corner from this game being secured. And there it is. Inferno taken. A great game of Inferno, but it is Outsiders who edge IHC towards the end.
Yeah, really good game here between these two, but Outsiders a little too good, and IHC, they look so disappointed, and you can understand why. They had moments. That defuse will probably be ringing in the back of their minds. A couple of rounds they maybe shouldn't have lost towards the end, but that's the thing against Outsiders.